Hey, what's up, cool people? My name is Veronica, and today I'm going to be talking about what it's like living with two brothers. And just so that you guys can get in the spirit, I have my brother here with me, so say hello.
Wait, this isn't a dual commentary, but hello.
But you're just there if you have something to say. You're not there because you're part of the video. You're just there if you have something to comment on what I say, okay?
Okay, calm down.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is that, like, if you're a girl out there and you're watching this and you have brothers, then you would know that they pretty much gang up on you most of the time. And they do that by, they plan these secret missions, and they wear camo. Well, they don't really wear camo, but we get what I'm saying. They wear camo, they grab these notebooks, and then they start scribbling down things, and then whenever I come in the room, they suddenly act cool even though they're not cool, they're really lame. And then they start scribbling these notes down, and then whenever I try to look at them, they just cover them up. And the next thing I know, when I come out the shower or whatever, they start videotaping me. They I don't know, they gang up on me. They pin me to the ground. They start punching my face, and then yeah, it gets a bit violent and a bit not like PG-13. It gets PG-13 violence. And another thing is that when I was little, not anymore so much nowadays, but before, when I was like 5, I used to hate having two brothers because it was so boring. Like, if I wanted a Barbie doll, I would be the only one playing with the Barbie doll, and it would be absurd because I would be playing the two characters. Like, it's so expected, it's so predictable what the Barbie dolls.
Sometimes I played with you.
But that's not called playing. Okay, this is what he calls playing. Whenever I told him, "Can you play with me?" and then he said, "Okay." And so he pretended to be a giant, and he's like, "Oh, let me step on all the Barbie dolls. Look, I'm Godzilla. Look, I'm Godzilla. Let me pretend that I'm Godzilla." And then he doesn't know how to play with Barbie dolls. By playing with Barbie dolls, I mean that you grab Ken, Barbie's boyfriend, and control him and pretend to be Barbie's wallet. And yes, and so yeah, it got really boring for me, and all they ever wanted to do was play with cars and action figures, even though my little brother was never really into action figures, but they just liked it, and I was just the odd one out, getting bored. And then you see them having so much fun together and playing football, and in those days I wasn't really into football. I mean soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
Football.
Soccer, yeah.
So it was boring, and I used to motivate my mom to have another kid. And yeah, I used to be like, "Daddy, can you get mommy pregnant? Because I want a sister." You don't remember this. You don't remember this. I remember this clearly. I used to want to have a sister, but now it's just normal because I've learned to be less girly. But yeah, and also they leave you out most of the time, as I said a few minutes ago. And usually with video games, now I'm quite into video games a bit more, precisely because I live with boys. But yeah, like back in the day, like 5 years ago, video games used to be a pain for me, and so they would just leave me out. I used to be so bored and ask them, "Let's play something together." They'd look at me, turn to the TV screen, and continue with their playings and their gameplays. And so it was just really boring as well. Just leave you out all the time. And also, the thing I hate, like this even happens now, like whenever I want like an eyeliner or something that's associated with girl likes and girl hobbies, they criticize me. They go like, "That's for girls. Ugh, you're a girly girl." And then they start criticizing you, and then you end up being pretty much of a tomboy for most of your childhood, and then you get criticized by your girlfriends, by your friends. You get criticized like, "Why don't you wear skirts?" Well, if I wear skirts, my brothers start laughing at my legs, and then my self-esteem goes down, goes
Damn
low.
hairy legs, though.
Shut up! Shut up! And yeah, so it gets quite awkward because you end up acting like a boy. And then this thing, I really had trouble. I had trouble making friends that were female, that were girls, that were the same gender as me. I used to get along with boys so much better because I pretty much acted like a boy. I did disgusting stuff. I picked my nose, I flicked them boogers away. I was not really ladylike, and so whenever I tried to make a friend, they would think that I was really awkward and weird, and they just walk away, and I'd get along a lot better with boys. So yeah, guys, the video is coming to an end, and just tell me in the comment section what it's like living with your brothers, or if you're the only boy in the family and you have sisters, and tell me in the comment what that's like too. So stay cool, guys, and I'll see you later.